Dang. Well, welcome again. Welcome back. My name is Seth Spicer. This is the Connected Community Health Support free virtual exercise live stream. If you've been here before, you know what is going on. You know that this is a completely free, adjustable, and requires no equipment progressive exercise routine that can help you support each other and enjoy some exercise in a nice, easy way. No, it doesn't cost any money. All you have to do is show up and join me and join the other Connected Community Health Support Fellows 4 days a week during this stream. So I put up the live schedule right here. I'll let you check that out. Take notes for a second. I'm going to finish putting up the workout onto the actual stream because I think that it's important. I'd rather take 30 seconds and do that now because we didn't manage to get it up yesterday. And then we will get started with the warm up. So thank you for your patience. Just 1 second. That's funny. That's really funny. That's really funny stuff right there. Good morning, Happy Face. Good to see you again. It's been like 7 hours since I last exercised and streamed for 15 hours. So my butt is still so sore from the stream marathon that we did yesterday. We went until midnight. I biked for 6 hours and I'm very tired, very sore. And we didn't get the exercise posted. So we're going to get that going here in just a second. I'm just changing up some lettering number because I want you guys to be able to see the workout down below. I think that that's important. I'm just doing that quick. I got to change the numbers. Number 7. Go and get your warm-ups in, get your stretches in. Do what you feel. We don't cover the bases. Maybe you want an extra warm-up and an extra stretch. Great opportunity to get it. Number 5. Number 4. Number 3. Thank you very much, Happy Face. I'm gonna take you up on that offer. I will do less workout and more instruction, which you know what, that'll be good. I think we'll all like that. Add caption. Oh, add caption. Here's our week 20 routine. We have our single leg hinge. We have our cross body reach. We have our D pattern, which is our flexion and extension, a shoulder pattern. We have our little jig that we were doing last week. We went from a squat to a lateral squat. We have our push-up. Yeah. We have our alternating shoulder extension, which is a fun one. That's something kind of like you're sprinting, but in the bent over position. And then we're bringing back the inchworm. All right. But Happy Face, thank you for the support. That was a long time. That was a long time. And we managed to connect with almost all of our followers, though. So that was really exciting. We got a lot of people coming in and chatting. And obviously you were there for a lot of it. So appreciate that. And without further ado, I guess we'll go ahead and get started with our workout today. Feel like I'm forgetting something. Got the routine. My timer. I can't do a workout without a timer. Am I right, folks? All right. I am so sorry. We're almost done. Okay. Whoever was here extra already dipped, which is unfortunate. But we're about to get started. Okay. Alrighty. Make sure I can be seen. And we are ready to go. I'm going full screen. Yep, definitely need guidance. Get lost in the movement. Do you use a particular timing app? I do. I use an interval timer app that's absolutely free that I got just off of the iPhone App Store. I can share that, and I will put that into some of our social media so you guys can see it. I'll just share the link to download the app because it's good. It definitely gets the job done. It only shows me like one app, which has never been a problem. So yeah, I'll recommend it. I'll put it into my social media stuff because it's good stuff. This is water. All right. Good morning, you wonderful humans. We are back. If you know what Connected Community Health Support is all about, then you know that this is our actual free virtual exercise live stream. My name is Seth Spicer. My actual polo and my t-shirts that I used for the stream are actually all dirty. They're covered in sweat stains from biking for 6 hours. So you got the Saxons shirt today. Sorry about that. We're going to get started with our warm-up and then move on to our workout today. It's 65 seconds of work, 25 seconds of rest for each exercise. That is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at 7:30 a.m., noon, 5:30 p.m., and 7:30 a.m. again, respectively. Okay. Next week is going to be a deload week, so hang with me here. I'll be guiding this workout and giving you instruction throughout all of it so that you can get a great workout. The warm-up, we're going to start from the bottom, work our way up just for funsies, starting with some ankle circles. So go ahead and do about 10 ankle circles on each side. Per usual, we'll say make sure you talk to a physician before beginning any exercise routine. We went to great lengths to make sure that we don't include things like isometrics or jumping or anything that's going to spike your blood pressure or possibly cause you excess harm, to make it as safe as possible and as adjustable as possible. But that said, always talk to somebody, to a physician before you begin. Other side with the ankle circles, we're going to get a nice little warm up in this morning and get a solid workout. Not a crazy workout because the intensity for all of our workouts should be low to moderate, right? Cool. Moving up to the hips. Hold on to something. Get some leg swings in. Or if you want to just keep your rest of your body completely sturdy, you absolutely may. Switch sides. I recommend that you hold on to something, though. It's just better that way. If you are not a returner to the stream and this is your first day here, then absolute welcome. I have a couple degrees under my belt at this point in kinesiology, which allows me to answer just about any health-related fitness health question you have. Feel free to throw it in the chat over there, and I would love to help you out with any of your questions in particular. Let's do some hacky sack skips. Anyway, it's just external rotation, internal rotation. Repeat that 7 to 10 times each side, focusing on getting the inside of your ankle up as high as you can and the outside of your ankle as up high as you can. Good. Go ahead and switch sides. Here we are. All right. If you want to take a second and get another warm-up stretch for your hips, hamstrings, thighs, You absolutely may. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to do so as I describe some other possible warm-ups. One might be a right or a left toe touch. Hold that for about a few seconds and come up and repeat it on each side a few times. You might also enjoy a quad stretch. We all know the good old-fashioned quad stretch. If you are feeling very balanced, you can do a quad stretch into a toe touch and get the quads and the hamstrings at the same time. But I like to usually just stick with a quad stretch because that requires a lot of balance, if we're being honest. All right. Those were some extra options for you. Or, of course, you can just take a few more seconds and do some lateral leg swings if you like so. All right, do a few more. Go. All right, next up, we're moving up. Shoulder circle time. Just go ahead and join me in some nice, slow shoulder circles. Going through the entire range of motion. If you've never done an alternating, almost like a backstroke in a pool, feels pretty good. Next up, we're going to do our T-spine rotation. T-spine rotation is your thoracic spine, that's your upper back. All you are going to do is breathe in, hands forward, breathe out, rotate the left palm towards the back wall. As you breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, hand towards the back wall. Breathe in and repeat that process 5 to 7 times, nice and slow on each side. Try to keep your hips facing forward and rotating as much as you can from the upper back. Trying to get your arms, if your arms are facing completely to the side, to at least 45 degrees from forward facing if your hips are blocked like mine. Another exercise that you can do if you're trying to warm up your hips is you can come down into the 4-point position like so. And then, of course, thread the needle, reach under your body, reach up to the sky, reach under your body, reach up to the sky. You do that with an elbow as well. And of course, we like to give you multiple variations so that you can do the exercise that feels best for you. Beautiful. Next up, let's hit some neck circles, and then we're ready to get started with the warm-up, with the workout today. Hope you're excited. Oh, what's the last week before we get a deload? All of you wonderful humans out there exercising together. It is nice. I hope you feel the movement today. I hope you enjoy the movement. It's a Monday, so I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. If you weren't of the members that joined us in the live stream marathon yesterday, well then, welcome back. Hope you've had a wonderful weekend aside from that. And I hope that you were excited to get your exercise in today. All right. I think I'm good to go. Are you good to go? Yeah, get what you're going to get. All right, cool. In that case, we're going to start from the top with our single leg hinge. Of course, if any exercise is always, if it's too difficult, absolutely feel free to take the time to progress it to a double leg. That's whatever variation feels best for you. We're going to start that exercise in 10 seconds. All right, single leg deadlift, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. You can put that single leg back on a couch cushion as you do it, maybe on a wall, and that should help you feel some extra stability as you go about this movement. I like to take both hands, touch them to the floor, stand back up. Of course, if you can only get your wrists to the knees, that is plenty. Wrists to the knees, stand up. Wrists to the knees, stand up. Something like that. Keeping the chest tall, basically keeping the head as far away from your hips as you can the entire time. That should keep you in good alignment. Keeping the top of your head far away from the hips. Of course, if you need to go to double leg, that's great too. Also, a great movement to start your morning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. That was set number 1, exercise number 1. We are into the workout. Now, next up, we're going to be going to a cross body reach. So we're going to be standing, reaching down to the opposite foot into a row. Reach to the opposite foot into a row. Okay? Starting that in 3, 2, 1, begin. Right hand reaches to the left foot, turn it into a fly. Left hand, right foot, turn it into a fly. Reach, fly, opposite, fly. I like to alternate my forearm on my thigh. As you can see, whichever arm I'm not using, I am using to support my body weight on my thigh. Of course, you don't need to. You can keep it tucked up to your chest if you like, but we are reaching towards the opposite foot and then rowing. So reach across and then row. Touch the foot and row. I know this position can get tiring. That is why I encourage you to put one forearm on a thigh as you reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. Sweet. Next up, we have exercise number 3. It just says D, and D stands for our D movement pattern. All we're going to do is the disco. D can stand for disco too, if you like. All that means is you are reaching down across, pulling out the sword, and pointing it up to the sky with both arms at the same time. Grab the sword, unsheath it. Grab the sword, unsheath it. Ready, begin. Grab the sword, unsheath it. It's a D movement pattern. Call it the disco if you like. In, rotate the hands up to the sky. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That is just a fly. I said row, but it's a fly. That was my bad. So the difference between a row and a fly as we go through this movement, fly, our arms extended like so. A row, you pull the elbows back. All right, the row is more tucked in. The fly is really open and up, an open-chested exercise. 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. Yeah, that's a good question. I realized that I misspoke there a couple times. Yeah, so that is a fly and not a row in between. In fact, if you have light weights lying around, it might even help you feel that exercise a little bit better. So that was the D movement pattern. Now we're going to do the jig from last week. That's just where we're going to be foot out in front, foot behind you, outside, and across the body. Starting in 3, 2, 1, left foot forward, left foot back, out to the side, across the body. Forward, back, across, cross. Forward, back, out, across. And we're going to repeat this jig a few times. And And switch sides. Right foot forward, right foot back, outside and across. Reach forward, reach back, across. Ten more seconds. And time with our little jig. Next up, what we have is a lateral squat. We all know the lateral squat. We know what to do with this one. If you don't, that's okay. It looks something like this. Nice wide stance. Push your weight over to your right foot as if you're sitting in a chair, and then stand back up. Repeat that process on the left side like you're sitting in a chair behind your left butt cheek, and then stand up. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Again, I'll use the couch here as a demonstration. Nice wide stance, like you're sitting in a chair on the right cushion. Stand up. Sitting in a chair on the left cushion. Stand up. And again, only go as low as you feel comfortable going, right? Here and here. From the side. Here. Sit in a chair. Sit in a chair. Sitting in a chair. Just like so. All right, keep on going with that movement. Lateral squats feel good. It's a nice squat variation we haven't done in a while. If you go wide enough, sometimes you feel it as a stretch in that leg, depending on how limber you are. And time with the lateral squats. Next up, what we have is our push-up. Push-up, of course, can be from the door, the floor, the couch, and more if you like it, if you have a banister, a countertop with some gloves. All right. I'm going to use the wall today. Keep the core tight as usual as we go through it. I know we like that cue. We're going to stick with it. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Push up on the door, on the floor, or on the couch. And again, pick an exercise intensity that is manageable for you the entire time. I know 65 seconds can start to really feel like an eternity when you're doing an exercise that is a little too difficult for your level. So again, pace yourself. This should be low to moderate intensity the entire time. 3, 2, 1, and time with the push-up. Sweet. Next up, after the push-up, we have our alternating shoulder extension. What that looks like is we're in the bent over position. Again, I suppose you could do it standing if you are learning to hate the bent over position, but I think it feels better from at least a 45, maybe a 90, doing alternating shoulder flexion and extension. All right, starting with that exercise in 3, 2, 1, begin. Alternating shoulder flexion and extension. And again, this is just like we're sprinting. Try and push the end range of motion at the top up here. Really try and get it up high. This is a little harder. And if you want to just do one exercise at a time with a forearm on the knee, you absolutely may. Remember to keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. I don't know about you guys, but I felt that one in my post delt. Gonna be a good exercise. That's gonna be a good exercise for our shoulders, for our upper traps. All right, fantastic. Next up, after the shoulder knee, we have our inchworms. I think we all remember an inchworm, but if not, that's okay. Standing, touch the toes, walk the hands out to a tall plank, and then walk back up. We're starting those together in 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. Go ahead, exercise number 8 of the set. We're doing inchworms together. Of course, you can do this a variation. Hands on a couch, walk the feet backwards, and then walk the feet back up. That is a nice variation you can do from a couch, from a chair, or anything of the sort, like so. One more time. That's a nice variation. If you can't quite get to the floor, it might be limited in that range of motion. Fantastic. Well done. And time with that exercise. After that, we have a bit of a break for a couple seconds, and then we're going back to the top with the single leg hinges. Luke, what do we got going on here today? Good morning, good morning. What to do if I can't stand square sitting? I can't stand square sitting. So for which exercise, Luke, go ahead and shoot me into the chat which exercise it is you're talking about. If you're talking about the alternating shoulder extension, sitting, it's absolutely fine if you find yourself rotating too much during that exercise. 100%, that's a shoulder exercise. Do what you got to do to feel it in your shoulders. Good question. We're going back to the hinge at the top. Single leg hinge if you can do it, double leg if you can't. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. There we go. Oh, look perfect. What I'll do then is I'll give you some adjustments that will allow you to be able to do these exercises without standing too much. I'll take every opportunity that I can to give you a variation that allows for sitting or something of the like. All right. Again, this is an adjustable, individualizable workout program. And that works out pretty well for most people. All right. So maybe we can do the hinges together here. And then I'll recommend that you take a seat for the cross body reaches. And the cross body reach is a fly, like I was talking about. Keep going with the single leg deadlifts for the time being, or the bilateral deadlifts, pushing the butt back. 3, 2, 1. Time with that exercise. And now we're going to have the cross body reach into a fly, not a row, like I was saying last time. So the fly is going to be reaching across the body, leaning forward, reach across the body, arm out to the side, reach across the body, fly out to the side. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. So yes, you can do this from a seated version, or you can do the bent over position as well, reaching across the body to the opposite foot, pulling a fly, opposite foot, pulling a fly. And again, a fly means your elbow is extended out nice and straight like so. Luke, let me know if this exercise works well. Leaning forward, reach, fly from the seated position. All right. If not, again, we are here. I am a creative individual. Lots and lots of schooling to be able to figure out how to make anybody get a successful workout. The challenges with body weight, but you know what? We're here to work through it together. That is the point of connected community health support. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. If you're just watching and you're not already following, feel free to give us a like, give us a share. Check us out at connectedchs.com if you're just seeing this. We offer tons of products, services, and information, advice, and community groups such that everybody can reach their health and fitness goals. Next up, we have the D, movement patterns. You can remain seated for this one as well. And that's just pull from the hips, reach up to the sky, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Pull the sword, reach to the sky. Pull the sword, reach to the sky. You can do this one standing if you like. You can do this one seated. I like to do this one kneeling up front so I can say hi to you guys. The stretch feels good. Yeah, we were just doing a normal row into a fly combo. So it was like a row fly. And then we realized that if we reach before it, it really feels like a nice stretch into that exercise. So yeah, I agree. That one feels good. And then you can feel the stretch in the back when you're sitting too, in your low back. So yeah, absolutely. I like that variation. And this exercise just feels great for my shoulder in general, really. Glad to see you here. Glad to see you guys this morning. We got 3 in the chat consistently. That's, well, not in the chat. I'm saying up here on the person count. Time with that exercise. We're going to move in and do a little jig. This is one where you're going to want to be standing. You can do it seated if you like, or you just do opposite knee to opposite elbow from a seated position. But I think it feels good to get a little jig in for this exercise where we go a little bit up, forward, back, cross and across, forward, back, side and across. Something like that. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin the jig, forward, back, out, across. If you want to alternate each side, you can do that. I'm going to stick with one side and then switch after 30 as I proceed to alternate again. Go ahead and switch sides if you haven't already. Forward, back, out, across. Forward, back, out, across, down. Forward, back, out. When you drive out, really drive that knee up and across if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. All right, that was our little jig. Now we have our lateral squats. Lateral squats are from the squatty position. I like to stand right between the love seat. Nice wide stance, real wide stance, and go down, sit to one side, stand up, sit to the other side, stand up. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. If you can't do a lateral squat, a normal bilateral squat works fantastic. All right, it's just like you're sitting in a tall chair. Say this is my chair. Just like you're sitting onto a tall chair. Repeat that process to whatever depth you feel comfortable with. Any depth will do. Even a shallow squat is good for your body. It's good for your muscles. You don't need to drop all the way down to here to get a good workout. Even down to here for 1 straight minute is good. And of course, lateral squats are as if you were sitting in a chair out behind you. And then repeat that on the other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Fantastic. Next up, after the lateral squats, we have push-ups again. So push-ups, as we all know by now, can be from the door. I love the door for a minute. This feels good after a minute worth of exercise. You can go from a couch or a countertop or from the floor. Starting in 3, 2, 1, ready. Keep the core tight and begin. Go down so that your elbows are at 90, and then just push the floor, couch, or door away. Keep breathing. Over halfway there, I'm going to regress up to the door. Making sure I don't hit my face. Keep it working. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. All right, we're all working together. Keep it up. We're already halfway, more than halfway through the workout. You're doing great. We're making progress. Next up, we have alternating shoulder extension. My ankles won't let me squat. That's a common thing. Your ankles being too restricted to squat. But I can knee push up. Oh, sweet. Right on. Yeah, that's good. That's good. A lot of times with a squat, if your ankles are restricted, it turns into more of a hinge, which can be difficult. So what I can recommend then, in that case, is going just to knee extensions in a chair to still work the quads. Alternating shoulder extensions. That's from this position, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Alternating shoulder extensions from the chair. Same thing. Alternating shoulder extensions like so. All right, carry on with it. We're going together. It's either bent over in a chair or even tall from a chair. Like so. Alternate. If you want to pause in the middle, you absolutely may. Here we are. 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. Lastly, we have our inchworms. Last exercise of set number 2 already. We're making some progress. The inchworms are up. That's where you touch the toes, walk out forward. This is how a lot of people get to the floor. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. I walk it out to the push-up position. And then I slowly walk my hands back, stand up, and repeat the process. Of course, you can do it from a different surface when your hands are down. You walk the feet back, and then like so, a reverse inchworm from a more stable, taller surface. But again, it's about whatever feels best for you. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. Awesome. Good work. You know what? That's done. We're donezo with set number 2 already. Which means we only have one more set left and we are done with today's workout. That means we're going back to the top, starting with a hinge in just 15 seconds. Mentally prepare yourself. Grab a quick sip of water if you've got your water out and around. Set number 3. Get yourself set. Get yourself ready. I'm sweaty and happy. You know, that's like a slogan for us. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Here are our hinges. Starting with me, ready, begin. Push the butt back, stand up. Push the butt back, stand up. If you can do the single leg variation. Whew. Kick the leg back, stand up. Kick the leg back, stand up. All right. Like so. Like so. All right, keep going with that process. I am sore from biking. I'm going to do double legs up in front. Yeah, I'm sweaty and happy. That could pretty much be a slogan for Connected Community Health Support right there. I'm cheating using a chair. Hey, that's cool. Whatever works for you. That's the whole point of this. It's just moving, period. Right? Doing a workout that feels good for you with people that will support you and have a good time with you. Don't have to be doing the same workout as everybody else. Just as long as everybody's doing something that feels good for them so that they can reach their health and fitness goals. And maybe that can be a goal to get to a point where you don't need a chair. I mean, again, that is completely up to you. Your goals, your life. If you like that, carry on. Keep on keeping on. Good stuff. Next up, we're done with that exercise. We're going to a cross-body reach. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Cross-body reach into a fly. Cross-body reach into a fly. Here, 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 here. From the chair if you like. From the chair if you like. Almost feels like a lateral squat when I switch from one to the other here. I'm actually going to bring him in a little closer. I wonder if I can do double. Oh. Can we say, oh boy, Obierto? Yeah, I don't recommend doing double. I do not recommend it. Ooh, that feels good though. A little double tap on the fly. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah. 1, 2. Time with that exercise. All right. I know, but it's not cheating though, Luke. It's not cheating. Call it adjusting. That's right. D movement patterns for the shoulders. Ready, set, begin. Across and up, across and up. I always say you could throw a brick at someone, and as long as you do it consistently, you will see progress in their fitness. It just so happens that we've also got a routine and an environment that is conducive for exceptional progress and growth, not just surviving, right? Not just adapting in spite. We're really trying to put together a good program designed to help you burn the most fat. Should be able to hold a conversation the entire time. If you've got a Fitbit or one of those Apple Watches that tracks your heart rate, don't let it get over 140. If we're going for an hour, if it goes over 140, you'll start to feel it. If you go over 150, maybe, depending on where your heart is at. 3, 2, 1, time with that exercise. Now, next up, we have the jig. I'm going to try to alternate this time. If you guys want to try that, you absolutely may. The little alternation nation. Here we are. 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. Forward, back, out, across, switch. Forward, back, out, across, switch. I'll still tell you after halfway. Forward, back, out, across, switch. Now, if you like some light music, go ahead and grab a radio, maybe throw in some earbuds as you join CCHS in the mornings. We know that everybody likes the music that they like. So as long as you can hear me, go ahead and put on some music if you like, if that helps you enjoy your exercise more. If you haven't already switched, I dropped the bag on that one. I have a feeling we were alternating anyway. Forward, back, across, up and across, forward, back, out, and time with that exercise. We're almost done already. Holy crap. This workout feels like it has flown by. Next up, next exercise is going to be, after our little jig, a lateral squat, or just a bilateral squat, if that's what you're capable of, if that's what you're rocking. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. And of course, Luke, like I said, from a chair, doing knee extensions will be a great quad burner for you if your ankles don't let you squat. Man, my knee's doing a whole lot of popping and cracking on this side. Popping and cracking. Oh, we got a comment. Yeah, I think you're right, Happy Face. Just the 25 seconds instead of the 35 that we had when we started this block, or the 45. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. After the squats, we're going to the horizontal press, the push-up, le push-up. I'm going to go to the door for mine. And you know, I think it's after next week, Happy Face, we're going back to the 30-30, like 30 minutes for session 1, 30 minutes for session 2 for a total of 60 minutes. That way it starts to break it up because I know this gets long. Push-ups, ready, begin. I know I would rather do 2 sessions of 45 seconds, or I'm sorry, 6 sessions worth of push-ups for a shorter time than 3 sessions worth of push-ups. 6 sets of 30 as opposed to 3 sets of 60. Keep on pushing it away. This is the last set. Keep on working. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. Hi. Next up, we have our alternating shoulder extensions. Of course, you can do this from a chair. You can do this from the bent over position. You can do this anywhere. You can do it with a knee up. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Here we are. We are making some real progress. We're almost done with this routine. You know what it is, for me probably in particular, Happy Face or Luke. It's that this is 45 minutes of workout, which is a lot less than 6 hours on a bike. From the bent over position. Whatever variation feels best for you. Bum, 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 bum. Keep working. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. Ladies and germs, we only have one exercise left, and that is the inchworm. Damn, see her ankles touch ground. Mine can't even get close to toed without trying. Yeah, so that's interesting. I want to come back to that, Luke. After the inchworm exercise here, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. either inchworms or here, walking the feet back and walking up. Classic inchworm. Walk the arms forward. Walk the arms back and up. There we are. And up. Repeat this process. This is the last exercise in the last set. So feel free if you're going to push it. Now is the time to push it. Almost done. 20 more seconds. Keep working. 3, 2, 1, and time. With that workout, we are done. D-O-N, done. All right, next up, we have a cool down. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Twice the amount of time breathing out as the time that you're breathing in. You're going to do this while I'm on live. You're going to dump out the cold coffee. You heathen. Sydney's over here making relationship ending level threats. So it's up one son stream and now wants to cause havoc.
It's a small house. There's nowhere for me to go.
So yeah, Luke, happy face. The gremlin decided to wake up over here. All right, so just breathe through your nose. Try and slow your heart rate down. If you like to, you can do a little shake like that. Well, I hope that your boyfriend doesn't hate you. That would be sad, but from the stomping around the house in the morning, I presume, that's probably what it is. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes, though. See, this is the importance of social environmental relationships, understanding and appreciating your, I'm just kidding. I'm only half kidding, really, I mean, but. Well, you know what that means? You got to get him in here to join you with the exercise, and then he can't be bothered with it. I'm a great time. I know I am. I'll say it. So, all right, hey, get yourself a cool down. A cool down, an effective cool down, is just you telling yourself that we are done with this workout. It's just moving your body around, flushing out, doing some light stretching of whatever feels good for your body. All right. I highly recommend nasal breathing, as we touched on a lot yesterday during the exercise marathon, the effects of just breathing through your nose for an extended period of time, nice and slow. And now, as we're doing our cool down, I always give a tidbit and a quote of the week. And without fail, I will do that this week. The quote of the week: the food you eat can either be the safest and the most powerful form of medicine or the slowest form of poison. Now, we were going through all these different really aggressive quotes about health and fitness, and we're like, no, that doesn't jive with our personal philosophies. But I really like this quote that we found. It is a little aggressive, but I will read it again. The food you eat can either be the safest and most powerful form of medicine or the slowest form of poison. Because really, I always say this, but it's just like that old wise tale where you can take a frog, drop it into boiling water, and it will hop right out. If you take a frog, you drop it into a pot of water, and then start to boil it, it will boil itself to death. Now, that's not a true story. It turns out I Googled it, I fact checked it, and it's not a true story. But the equivalency between that story and lifestyle health, to me, is amazing, unparalleled, because that is exactly what happens. Food over time, the sweets that I really do love are a slow toxin, like they're so associated with inflammation and cancer and diabetes and things that, take years and quality off of your life. Meanwhile, the vegetables, the things with fiber, the complex carbohydrates really do add so much energy and undo so much of the bad stuff as well. So salads and fruits
Also lots of fast foods. And, I've been thinking about this, Luke, actually on that concept. By the way, this week is about nutrition. That is our pillar for CCHS. This week is nutrition. Again, 7 pillars. This week is about diet and nutrition. I was thinking about it, and healthy food can be cheap. Healthy food can be easy. Healthy food can be nutritious and delicious. So I was like, what is the catch that still keeps people eating fast food, right? And I think what it really is the convenience, because even at home, if you have one of those snack wrappers, right, you can just grab it, open it, munch. That easy, right? So I was like, I think the real life hack when it comes to nutrition really is meal prepping healthy foods. Because when I have those bell peppers in there with some ranch in a bowl that I've prepared and cut up for myself, or some pre-prepared either like broccoli cut up in the fridge, it's so easy to just grab those suckers, dip them in some ranch, and munch them on the go, right? So I really think creating a convenient environment for health in your life is such an important thing to do. This isn't even the tidbit. This is just me going off on a riff about something that I thought about last night during the exercise stream marathon. So yeah, I'll try and reinforce some of that stuff this week about easy things. Bell peppers with yellow mustard. So I'm not much of a mustard guy myself, but I can respect it. I won't judge. I'm more of a bell pepper and hummus kind of guy myself. That hits the spot. Hey, whatever works for you, right? I mean, for me, it was Brussels sprouts. I was like, no way. And then Sydney made them in a variation that was delicious. And I said, fine. They're really good. I'm embarrassed to say it, but they're really good. All right. So for the tidbit for this week, I want to start to pull the theme of planning and mindfulness. And I think this does, in the sense of nutrition, really tie in really well with what I was just saying. Luke says, I dig Brussels. So really quick, I'll make this one quick today because I already touched on the other tidbits. But mindfulness and planning, of course, being intentional with your time, money, energy, and thoughts, really spans every single pillar, but especially in food. So quick examples of how planning and mindfulness can help you in your food. When you go to a restaurant or you go to a place where the food is unlimited, I like to recommend just taking the time to be aware and think about the food it is you're ordering. It's so easy to go automatic and just order your favorite thing in a restaurant, but maybe say, hey, what is the healthier option for me, right? That's not necessarily my favorite tidbit, but it is something that a lot of people have had success with or thought was helpful. Happy face. I'll mix a brick of cream cheese with a can of ham flakes and use that on veggie and crackers. Honestly, that sounds delicious. I know if you're trying to be calorie conscious, cream cheese and ham are pretty high in fats, which can be, a lot of calories. But as long as you're getting your exercise, I don't really bat an eye at calories necessarily. And especially if that's a vessel for which you get your vegetables, I think that's a great thing. So long, again, the good stuff comes first, and so many people don't get the good stuff, period. I'm like, hey, if you got to eat some ranch, if you have to have some Sweet Baby Ray's buffalo sauce, if you have to have some cream cheese and ham flakes, I prefer cream cheese and salmon for mine. Delicious, by the way. I make the best salmon cream cheese dip. Oh my God. But anyway, besides the point, it's really good. I use that on a celery stick. Yeah, see, that's just a great way to get your veggies. I really appreciate that. In fact, happy face, if you have that recipe around, it sounds pretty easy. Brick of cream cheese with some ham flakes. But if you have the specific stuff that you like to use, send it to us and we'll post it on our blog for one of those quick, easy recipes that helps people get their veggies, right? Same thing for anybody else that's watching. If you ever have anything that you think would be helpful for the Connected Community Health Support crew, wonderful humans to see, to enjoy, it would be easy and helpful for them, please send it to us at Connected Community Health Support. Here, actually, I'll type this in the chat over here. I think I can do that. Actually, I'm going to go over to here. There we go. Go to connectedcommunityhealthsupport.com. There's tons of ways to contact us. There's forms you can submit and our email over there. Please send us your cool little recipes. But I digress. I'll finish up really briefly about mindfulness in nutrition. My biggest thing is making a plan and sticking to it. The most important time, the most important 30 to 45 minutes of your nutritional week is the time that you are walking in the store. And what that means is is when you walk in that door, if you are strong, if you can put in exceptional amounts of energy into that very short period of time, that will pay off for the remainder of the week. So if you can make a plan, maybe make a food list that you want to get from there, make a list like your mom always told you to. Walk in, stick to that list, have the strength, plan beforehand to stick to that list while you're in there and get nothing else. Then that should be really helpful to make easier decisions for the remainder of the week. Okay, so that's planning and mindfulness. Obviously, there are more strings to pull on that, but that is what I have for you today. So I will let you go. Thank you all so much. Luke, thanks for chatting. Happy Face, thanks for chatting. Like I said, send that stuff to Connected Community Health Support via any of our social media platforms, and we will post it on our blog saying this comes from Happy Face Candle or whomsoever you would like the message to come from. Again, great thing that it's anonymous if you would like it to be. All right. Cool. Again, the groups are up at connectedcommunityhealthsupport.com. That might be another great place to post your information for each other. We have our general group that you can just click, join, and begin talking. Again, share your experience, support others on their journey, or perfect transition, put in your health and fitness or your nutritional tips into that chat as well, because other people might enjoy it. And then maybe we could make a TikTok out of it. All right. Thank you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful Monday. We will see you back tomorrow at noon live if you can make it. If not, I'll see you on the replay. Take care, guys.